Okay, so I've already done my foundation and my brows just for the sake of the video. Nothing new on the foundation part. I still am using that number 7 foundation. Thankfully, that irritation that I had from a product I was using is getting better. It's still a little bit dry and like it hurts on my nose, but we're gonna just work with it. If you noticed, I did put a little bit of art on my walls. Thanks to my bestie Ashley, she actually gave me all of that stuff. Yay! It's a really great background, I mean, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we're starting. Let's just stop talking and let's get to it. This is the NYX Milk Jumbo Crayon. And we're going to be putting that all over the lid as our base. This was collecting dust in my good old Scotch tape. I take a little bit of the stickiness off, and then I'm just going to put that right where I want more of the color. I want a very blown out look. Make them as symmetrical as possible. I make sure the tape is from the bottom of the eyelash to basically the tip of the brow. That's kind of where I go. Now to set that Milk Jumbo Crayon that we put all over the lid, I'm going to be taking my Morphe palette and just a bone color, any kind of neutral color on a on a fluffy brush. This one's by Sigma, and we're just going to set that. This is just purely so it's a smooth surface. Okay, now we're going to be taking more of I wanted this look to be just like a really pretty, kind of a bright-eyed daytime glam, but something that is, you know, wearable. Like, I can't really be wearing a smoky eye every day, you know? I want to have like a glam look, but without dark colors. Now that there's a nice light wash, I'm going to be taking an E25, and I'm just going to be going in with this kind of orangey color. It's not really mustard. And I'm just going to be popping that on the outside and blending it upward. I change the brush angle and I brush up. This is going to be like a Tati inspired look. She always has like just such amazing makeup. She's very inspirational. I love her. Love all her videos. So this one's for you, Tati. She'll never watch this, but that's okay. Again with that first brush. Okay, now you can take the tape off. Now for that pop that I want, I am going to be taking kind of a mixture of these pale champagne-y colors and applying it with a flat shader brush. I want the most, you know, intense pop. So I'm going to be placing that all over the lid in a patting motion. And I bring it up pretty high in the front part because I get a lot of darkness in there. Now I'm just taking a bone white color and placing that on top of that glittery color, or that sheeny, more of a sheen. Okay, now to really make the eyelid pop, we're going to be spraying our brush with Max Fix Plus, and we're going to be going in with this color right here, which is a really pretty shimmery color. And we're going to pop that all over the lid. That out because we don't want any harsh lines, so it's seamless. I am going to go put liner on really quick. Okay, now that the liner is on, I actually went before I added liner and I added a little bit of MAC's Shroom just to the lid because that is a very glowy, very pigmented kind of shimmer, and that's what we're going for. We're going for a very bright lid with a blown out and a wing, and we're just doing it all. Okay, so now that the liner is on, we're going to conceal the rest of the face because we need to do that. We need to look like we just didn't wake up. Be taking a, what is this? A beauty blender, and blending that out. Okay, now that that is on, we're going to do a little bit of baking and a little bit of easy baking. So I'm going to be taking my airspun powder. I will show you the difference between easy baking and for real baking. I'm going to be taking that same exact wet sponge, and I'm going to fully bake under my eyes. Now fully baking, you can't really tell. The powder is similar to my color, to my skin tone. I am just pressing this powder pretty heavy under the eye. This is baking. And I really have been enjoying doing like a heavy bake just under my eye, because it really, I mean, it keeps everything from, you know, looking subpar, let's say. This makes my concealer not crease, and just everything looks so hydrated, which is kind of funny. Usually powdering on dry skin doesn't make you look hydrated, it just makes you look really powdery. But something about this powder, and maybe the brush or just the technique, it works. So now for easy baking, whatever is left in that lid, not much, I'm just going to be taking my sponge and tapping the excess on my hand, and I'm just going to be pressing that in the rest of the face. This is easy baking. This is just going to ensure that everything stays put. I'm now going to let my under eye baking powder kind of marinate with my concealer, and we're going to do the rest of the face. So to bronze up my face, Lord knows I need it, I'm going to be taking my Morphe E3 and my Too Faced Sun Bunny Bronze. I love this. It's still such a really good bronzer. It's one of my favorites. I just swirled both of the colors together, and I'm going to just bronze the whole face. So for bronzer, I tend to, okay, look, it looks really intense in the camera, but I swear it's not that intense. I always tend to put most of the product in my hairline, and then whatever is left, I'll bring it to my cheek. Okay, now for blush. I'm going to be using my Milani pink, Dulce Pink rather, and my Morphe E4. This is a crazy good brush for blush. You have to be super light-handed. So I'm just going to, gosh, tap off the excess, smile, and then I like to turn my brush up or drop it. I find that if I like stamp it right here, it's just too low. So I like to just angle it up a little bit, smile, and then it gets right on the apples of your cheeks without going down, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like it fits my apple perfectly when I just angle it up a smidge. Because you want to disperse blush upward, not downward. And I like to put blush on the apples of my cheeks. I find that it gives me more of a like of a circular apple. Now to take off the baking powder, you can either just take a clean brush and swipe away, or you can do one more step, and this is what I have been really enjoying doing to take off my bake. I have been taking my ambient lighting powder, and this is an ethereal light, and this is not necessary. This is a total extra step, but I like to do it. I just ever so lightly brush my brush in there. There's literally no product. And then I just like to sweep off that bake. Ta-da! So to highlights, we're going to be taking one of my favorite highlighting brushes. It's this big monster. It's the M500. And we're going to be taking Becca Moonstone. And we're just going to put that. You have a ton of texture. I probably wouldn't put it directly on the apples. I would just keep it up high. Okay, I'm going to be setting my brows because they're starting to sag. I'm just taking my Maybelline gel. This is such a good gel. I really enjoy it. It is tinted. It's not very pigmented. Now, I'm going to put mascara on. Okay, now that mascara is on, if you noticed, I didn't actually add anything to my lower lash line. I don't feel that it's like super important to every time you do your makeup to kind of do the same as the upper lid to the bottom lid. It's really all just preference. If you are feeling like you're not going to be able to live out the day because you didn't put anything on your lower lash line, well, I'll do this for you then, okay? Consider you're welcome. I'm just actually going to be taking a light shade, and I'm going to be putting that under the lashes. You can do a dark color, okay, you can do whatever, but I find that if I want the biggest, brightest eye, the best thing for me to do is to kind of keep that neutral or add a little bit of highlight. And so I'm going to be taking Becca Moonstone and that little brush, and I like a lot of inner highlights, and it's a way that I can make sure that this darkness, I have like a super ton of darkness that comes through. Okay, is that somebody in my yard or is that me just saying things? I like a bright highlight in the inner corner. Some people don't, and some people think this is, you know, would think this is way too much. Again, it's all preference. And then I'm going to pop a little bit on my brow bone. For lips, oh, lips. Like if this were me and I was just going to do this look on my own without filming it for you guys, I would probably honestly just put chapstick on and be like, perfect. But for the sake of the video, we're gonna do every step. And I'm gonna be using today, it's a soft matte lip cream by NYX in Stockholm. And we're gonna be layering it because this is just boring alone. And on top of that, I'm going to be taking one of my favorite glosses by Almay, and it's in the color Rose. This is what it looks like. But these lip glosses are really, really good. They're super inexpensive and just awesome. Okay, to add a little extra, because I want my eyes to look nice and bright today, I'm going to be taking that crayon and just going to put that on the inner tear duct, or the inner waterline. Placing that on the inner waterline. See what it does? It just like, bing! So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Maybe like daytime glam, or this daytime bright-eyed Tati inspired look. I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, And don't forget to subscribe and maybe share or pin it or post it or, you know, whatever, email it. I don't know, I'm still not super tech savvy. I should probably get better. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!